Valar, Albania. Hello from Valar, Albania. So today, let's talk about how much is enough to live here in Albania. Now, Albania, compared to maybe other European, is less expensive in certain aspects, right? When it comes to like rent, but 1,500 a month. And I'm picking this number because I noticed that a lot of YouTubers put in that you could live here for $1,000 or 1,500. And I'm here to tell you, if you think you can live in Albania for 1,500, you better be a very good with your money. Very good with your money. And when I say good with your money, I mean budgeting. Because 1,500 a month here in Albania, it's really tight. Not saying you can't do it. If you're good budgeting and good at, I'm okay not living right by the water, right? Because you got to pick what area of Valar, I mean, of Albania you want to live, right? Because uh, your two most expensive expenses are going to be rent and food. Let it be grocery or eating out. Like last month, I ate out a lot because I was in Toronto. I went to Duras, and my main expense was eating out. I spent like 300 and I don't know how much, and then my grocery was less, which was like 180 86 US dollars. It was because mainly I was eating out. So you have to budget, right? And if you come to Albania, you would like to be able to travel. Now, we all know traveling through Albania, the cheapest way is through bus, right? Taxis are going to be expensive, and you have to watch out with some of these taxis because they will rip you off. And then um, also, if you want to travel to other countries, so if you come here, you want to be able at least maybe a once a year is go to another European country. I mean, you're here, the flights are very cheap, flying from here to Italy, to Greece, to anyway, excuse me, Turkey, and things to that nature is pretty reasonable. But some of the content creators here will have you will show you, I'm going to show you my budget uh here. But you got to remember, those content creators, that's what they do, is to draw you in to watch their videos, right? And they don't live here. They do not live here. They probably stay in Albania for like 30 days, or in whatever country they're visiting, 30 to like 60 days. They don't pay electric. They just rent an Airbnb, and then they want to show you their bill. Oh, look, I went to the market, and this is what I spent. And look at the items they buy. Like, what are you eating? Are you a pigeon? You don't eat? Because for two people, and you're doing a groceries, and you want to say that you could do groceries for 150 here in Albania is a complete lie. Complete lie. You basically don't eat a lot. And for two people, I buy groceries just for me. And I spent last month $186. And that was just buying the meat, rice, pasta, and things to that. And not including going to the vegetable stand and buying the vegetables and fruit and things to that nature. So it all adds up to like 200. So about $200, and it's just myself, right? And I don't eat out all the time, you know. So you have to budget. You have to budget yourself. You gotta be, can I eat out, and where can I eat out? Make sure it's not that expensive, and it's reasonable, right? I think the price to eat out is pretty reasonable here in Albania. It's not expensive, but groceries are not cheap. They're not dirt cheap at all. I go to four different markets to go buy, to fit, because I'm trying to look for good deals. So yeah, I go to four different markets. I like the meat at one market, and one market, the other markets don't sell chicken cutlets. And then I go to another one because the juices are cheaper than the other place. So I look exactly where I need to buy things. And when you first get here, it's gonna take you about a month, maybe even 2 months to figure out what supermarkets you want to go to, which one gives the best deal, and so forth and so forth. But when you live here, you have daily expenses. Uh, let it be groceries, let it going to the vegetable stand, finding a vegetable stand that sells at a reasonable price. you know the one that's not near tourists is going to be better for you. And then where you want to live in Albania, right? Because yeah, you could find an apartment for $300, right? If you're making a month 1,500 and that's your only income, you need to find that apartment that you're going to pay 300 or 350, and it's not going to be by the water. It's not gonna, you have to find that location and be very stern with your realtor, because when you tell your realtor, yeah, I want to stay in the budget of, 300, 400, guess which apartment he's gonna find you? He's gonna find you all the 400. Oh, look at this one. This one is only 430. Take you right out of your league, and you got to bring him back and tell him, no, what did I just tell you? I need to be in the 300. End of story. But we're not seeing 400s, 300. And you got to be very firm, because they're going to try to bring you to the higher amount. So, those content creators, they don't pay no utility. All they do is stay at a Airbnb for 1 month. They'll buy little stuff, to maybe cook once in a while in the Airbnb, but their main expense is going to be eating out. They're gonna spend that $300-400, maybe five, eating out. Depending, right? um, so 1,500. Once again, it could be doable, but it's up to you to keep that budget. Because remember, you have to live here, and your daily expense, right? You got the utilities that you gotta pay. You gotta pay internet for your phone and your home. Like my internet bill is $31 US dollars, right? But remember, the US dollars is crumbling, so it's not really worth much, especially here in Albania, where it's lick is the money. It's really not, it's really crumbling. So I paid $31 for the internet. That's phone and my home unlimited every month, right? Your utility goes up and down. Last month my utility was 44 US dollars. The month before that was $40. Um, and things to that, you know. Um, you gotta buy uh, items to clean your house, right? Just little things, and things that will pop up that you wasn't expecting that you had to buy, right? And so we gotta think of all that. So me, 1,500 is, if you're good. Once again, I think I've repeated it about 3 times. If you're good with that budget, you can, but you're gonna be really tight on your money. There's a lot of things you won't be able to do. So and try to save. If you're able to save in the US and come with a little bit of cushion money that you have saved, then it'll be great. How much, it all depends on yourself, right? um you and I are very different. We probably eat different. We probably spend money in uh different things. Like, I want to be able to travel while I'm here, you know so please do have a little cushion of money saved. I don't say, like, you need like $50,000, but a little bit, 10, maybe 15. It helps. It helps a little, a couple of months. So, you know, it gives you a couple of months of cushion where you're comfortable um, here in Albania, because it's going to take a couple of months for you to figure out where to shop, where not to shop, to get all the products to clean your apartment, and things to that nature, and things. And so, if you want to escape the US, start now. Make sure you have that passport and figure out what country best suits you. Albania is great. You could come here for a year and figure it out. Georgia is another country. You could also be there for 1 year and figure it out. It's also cheaper. I think it's even cheaper than it is here in Albania. But just remember, it's one thing being a content creator, and that's how you make your money, and you get to travel to this country for 30 days, 60 days, and then you go to another country. It's different than someone that you're planning to live here for good. You're gonna need a little bit more. So do not say, well, I can't do it. Don't ever say that. You can. You just have to budget, and you also can escape the United States and come live in beautiful Albania. Don't forget to like, follow. If you have any questions, I'll gladly answer. So, with no further ado, Sh- Shalom, Shalom, Felamendedi, thank you very much. Metal means goodbye.